Good afternoon, people. Almost evening, actually. I've just been out in the workshop, not for long, but for the length of time that would be puzzling and frustrating and causing me some puzzlement. Anyway, I overcame that, sort of. Today's Dave's Diary update is I've started drilling holes in the top pad for the miter station, and I made a little bit of a boo-boo. Same classic boo-boo I made once before, and that was, and it's the correct, it was a boo-boo in the right direction, if I can say that, sort of. Anyway, when I put the template on, that one over there, on the top, I, of course, register it to the fence of the miter station. That way I've got some, well, it's a reference. Oh dear. And it is 25 millimeters offset. Yippee. All's well and fine. Start drilling the holes, or marking the holes and then drilling them. And of course I've made some others here. And when I spun the top around, I can't reach the holes. Why? Because the theory behind the Sketchy Builder tops, in the style of the MFT top, is that the first hole is 50 millimeters in. I did the same on the tops there. I went in 25 millimeters instead of 50 millimeters like that. So that means that the 400 wide panel, I can't get at some of the holes. Darn it. So, easy remedy, to be fair. I'm just being a bit of a drama queen on this one. But I'm going to cut 25 mils off the edge of the panel, because there is no set requirement for this to be 400. The one that it is replacing was only 320 wide, and this is just that little bit wider because I thought I could. So that's why I cut it down the other day to 400, because gave me that little bit of extra work area on the saw. And I even mentioned that I may well cut it down, but, like put a taper in here so it's not as bulky, because, it's a little bit bulky. But then I completely ignored the fact that the 400 width requires the first set of holes to be back 50 mil. Darn it. Now, the thing is, I could have used the template by and registering it to the fence via a packer. I could have put in a 25 millimeter straight edge, which I've got, aluminium section, one of which is standing up over there, the black one, and I've got another one over there, which is the green one. And I could have done that, and I'd actually mentioned something like that, but in a different, different idea. But where are you looking? What's so interesting over there? I hope you enjoyed yourself. Anyway, the sets of holes, they're in the correct place, but I got to them by a circuitous path. Anyway. The other thing was, when I was drilling, as soon as I started drilling, it's amazing how if you've just started making cuts or holes or something that's, you can't reverse, all of a sudden good ideas start to come to you. And I thought, whoa, hang on, I don't have to make all these 25 millimeter spaced holes. No, David. I make that in the bit that will be going in that area. I make the holes 25 millimeter spaced in this so that they can go in whatever holes necessary, and then with another hole here I can go either side of the 50 mil spaced holes. What an idiot. So I could have kept the holes spaced like this as they were on the original top. no, actually, that's actually the second one. So the one I'm doing now is the third one. But those ones there, along the right-hand side of that board that I'm pointing to, are all at 50mm spacings. In fact, the second row down is 50mm. The third row down, 100mm. But oh no, not me. So I've got the row here. It'll do. I won't be putting any more 25mm spaced holes in the top. Not until I can prove to myself that it's required, but under that logic, it isn't. So, yeah, back to 50mm spaced holes there. I put extra ones in here just because I could, because if you can indulge me for a moment, if I use something like this, zooming out a little bit, like this can be put in that hole there. Let's get a pin, shall we? Why not, David? Yeah, why not indeed? In fact, let's get a loose pin so I don't have to struggle getting it in and out. Yeah. When I put that pin in there, I can use this as a mitre capable item for doing, well, very gentle angles. Now, I'm going to, well, I've already made the video, but this is for garden architecture that I need, and some of the angles that I require, that have to be ripped or cut on the length of the board, not that angle, but this angle, means I have to, in some of them, down to 5 or even 8 or even 5 degrees. So I can do that, secure the piece with clamps, and then I can use the miter saw to cut those very, very gentle angles. It's also good if you need tapered wedges. But anyway, that's what this is going to be for. And no, don't cut small pieces like that. That would be patently stupid. But this also allows for me to, this hole here, to, whoops, it's going to drop through. Let's not have it drop. Oh, it's dropped through. Oh, gee whiz, David. I do talk to myself a bit at the moment, so I'll have to stop that, won't I? Oh, here we go. But I can put that there, or any of those holes, so that a little bit more width can be created away from that hole, from the board, as you get wider. Anyway, there's issues with that. So I've got a series of holes in this general area that allows me to put this thing. What am I going to call it? The miter saw cape. Yeah, I'll come up with something. Someone can tell me. But I can place it around this general area to get different, cutting capabilities. One of the things was that I wanted to make a fence, so a bit of this with an upstand to give me a wee bit more. Geez, you really are zoomed in, aren't you? Anyway, with a little bit more stability for the materials should I need to cut them on edge in the same way. So in there, that could go in there, and the pieces go up against the fence. And of course, when you do that, you straight away have bulked up the position of this for your item that you're cutting. And this being 25mm, yippee, means that putting it there still gives me, the fidelity that I require back in. Anyway, I'm going to make a video of it. If you can't understand what I've just been saying, yeah, well, understandable that you couldn't. But yeah, it's something I'd fiddled with before and realised that not having these particular holes could be an issue. There is also an issue where I can stick in this position, this arm, the mitre arm, that'll do. And I've actually got the holes drilled out at the, in this case it would be 100, okay. These are at 100 mils, okay? Righty-ho, thank you. 100 mils, don't worry about that. That's just 100 mils. But if I come like this, they have to be 114.1 distance. And then, of course, you know, the multiples thereof, which I've actually got a board like that already. So it enables me to place the mitre arm, yeah, that'll do just now, in place with another pin when it gets drilled, and that is exactly 45 degree for when I want to do 45 mitres, which is quite often. And with that setup, the saw does not turn, you know, in a mitre fashion. I can still do mitres of 45. All the other angles are possible as well, but yeah, 45s are more likely. And the other month, when I was doing that little plenum in the back, I needed to cut 4 mitres on some pieces of wood, and I go, man, this sucks. So yeah, I got around it. Oh, don't worry. I know you're a bit worried about me, but don't worry. So anyway, stop drilling so many holes, David. Future Dave saw me, he would be giving me a bit of a hard time, but luckily Future Dave isn't around just at the moment, so more holes. Trim this off. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Trim 25 mils or so, maybe 30 mil to give me a bit of wriggle room, but 25 mil off of the width of the board, and then I can get to drilling more holes. Yay. I'm going to mark some of the holes, and you see that I've marked, and then I'm saying, well, why do I want them there? They will be removed. I won't drill holes, but I'll mark some holes, but won't drill them with the 20 mil hole. So at any stage that I deem it required, and I'm going, I should have done those ones anyway, I can always go back because they're already marked. I don't have to, you know, makes sense, doesn't it? Rightio, that's it. Go light the fire. It's another chilly one here in Christchurch, but today is the shortest day, longest night. So as we all know here, the days get lighter but colder for the next wee while. So yeah. Okay, that's it. See you later now. Bye.